Hey there! So you got all your necessary cross stitch supplies, you put your Aida in an embroidery hoop, you threaded your needle, or maybe even you finished that project that made you start cross stitching in the first place? And now what? So you want to start something new, but you don't have any ideas, and you need patterns. You can obviously make a pattern yourself. I made a video about that, so if you're interested in that, then check that out. But you don't have to, and there's a lot of awesome creators out there. I love cross-stitching patterns other people made, and you can find pretty much anything that you can think of. So today I want to talk about 3 sources that you can get a great pattern from. No matter what your skill level is, no matter what your idea is, you will definitely find something for you among the 3 categories. The first source that I want to talk about is Etsy. You probably know what Etsy is, but in case you don't, it's just like an Amazon but for handcrafts. So you can find basically anything handcrafted there, and also cross-stitch patterns. And the great thing about Etsy is there's a huge diversity of creators there, so you can find basically any pattern you can think of on any skill level that you need. And no matter if you want to stitch something Harry Potter related or beer related or your favorite book or TV show, there is a big chance that someone already created a pattern like that and you can find it there. I started my own tiny little Etsy shop recently and I only have 1 pattern there so far, but I will definitely put up there more this week. So you can check that out if you're interested. I will put a link in the description box below. And the great thing about Etsy is also that you get your pattern immediately. So if you have an idea and you really want to start immediately, then you just go there, find it, pay for it, and you get it. And all the patterns there are really well prepared and really great for printing, and you don't have to worry about damaging it or anything. You can just print it again if anything happens to it. And also, especially if you're a beginner, the great thing is that you can have a contact with the creator of the pattern. So if you are worried that you will not get something or you have any problems with it, you can always contact them and they will probably help you. So that's awesome. And the only disadvantage, but it's pretty much a big disadvantage, is a price. So the price is usually not very high, but you pay per pattern, so it's always more expensive than if you buy in bulk. So if you use sources that I will talk about in a moment. But other than that, yeah, if you have an idea or you want to cross stitch something very specific, then I would recommend finding it on Etsy. Another great source is books. So I have 2 books with cross-stitch patterns and I really love them, and I will definitely be getting more. And the thing with books is there's a lot of patterns in them and you pay once. So it's like you buy in bulk, so per pattern you pay really small price and you don't know every pattern that is inside. So it can be a plus and a minus because you get some patterns you didn't really realize you needed, but also you get some that you might not like and you will never cross stitch. So you pay for something that you will never use, but I think that it's like included in the price. And there's a lot of books out there and every one of them has kind of like a theme. So there's a big chance that you will like a lot of patterns if you like that 1 or 2 that you can see before buying it. And having said that, I would really think through what book I will get, because if you think that you want to cross stitch, I don't know, a Disney princess, then really think if you really want to cross stitch more than 1 pattern with Disney princesses. If yes, then I will say go for it. But if not, and you think that you will maybe like cross stitch 1 or 2, then maybe it would be better to just get 1 or 2 patterns on Etsy. Patterns in books are also really well prepared, like on Etsy, but they are in books, so you don't want to damage it because you can't replace it. So it's sometimes hard to just drag them around if you cross stitch in different places or even outside your home. Another thing with books is you usually don't get only cross stitch patterns, you get some tips, some basics, maybe some fonts. In one book that I have, there are fonts at the end of the book, and just in general you get a good base based on what book you have. of fonts, frames, ideas, and you can create new patterns with that, obviously for your personal use. But books also have some disadvantages, like you don't get a big diversity. Everything is usually from one author, so everything is pretty much the same, in the same vibe or style. But also because of that, like I said, there's a big chance that you will like a lot of patterns in the book you choose. And the last source that I want to talk about is kind of in between Etsy and books, and it's magazines. So there is a lot of like old school cross-stitch magazines full of like old school patterns with birds and children and animals, and it's great if you want to cross-stitch something like this. Then there's a lot out there for you. But if you, like me, want some more modern, subversive cross-stitching, then I can recommend one magazine in particular, and it's X-Stitch magazine. Not sponsored, obviously. I have 30 subscribers. I used that joke before, but it's still valid, unfortunately. So in the magazine there's a huge diversity because every single pattern is usually from a different artist. So there's a huge diversity for different skill levels. Some are very ambitious, very like complex, and some are just quick, simple patterns. Also, like in books, you'll get some surprise patterns that you didn't know you need, because you don't know upfront every single pattern unless you buy a magazine in a store. But this particular one, X-Stitch magazine, is not available in stores. You can only buy it online. You can buy a paper like version, but I buy a PDF, and the price is good because it's, if you buy only one issue, it's £8, and if you have a subscription like me, it's £6 every 3 months. So there's a new issue every 3 months, so it's like 2 patterns on Etsy. So there's no chance that you won't like at least 2 patterns in this, so it's definitely worth the price. And every single issue has a theme, which can be a plus and a minus, because there were some issues that I absolutely loved and I basically wanted to cross-stitch every single pattern from them. But there were some, on the other hand, that I didn't really like, I don't know, yoga, because I don't do yoga, so why would I cross-stitch anything yoga related? And so there were only like 1 or 2 patterns that I kind of liked, but if I can choose from a lot of different patterns I have, I probably will never cross-stitch them. But still, it's interesting to see how different creators create very, very different patterns on the same theme. And you can find creators you didn't know, and you can find their Etsy stores or their websites. If you like their style, then you can buy more patterns from them. So it's just a good source even for artists. Also, like in books, you get a lot of extra content like tips and also interviews with creators. So it's nice just to read, not only to get a pattern from. And it's nice to just look at, because photos in X-Stitch magazine are really, really great. I really like to just flip through the magazine and look at the awesome photos. And just like with subscription boxes, it's like a gift for you, like a surprise gift. So I'm very excited every 3 months when it comes and I can see what the theme is and what patterns are in it. So I just really treat it as a gift for myself. And when it comes to disadvantages, I have 2, and first of them is patterns are really well prepared too, like in books and on Etsy, but they are among other things on the page. So you can get an ad there or something that will get printed with your pattern. So if you don't like to waste your ink in your printer or anything, then it's not the best for printing. Of course, you don't have to print it, you can just use it on your phone or on your tablet or laptop, but I like to print my designs. And another disadvantage is there's a lot of spare content like interviews and so on, and it's a plus for me, but it's not for everyone, so you may not be interested in it and you get it anyway. Okay, so I think that's it for today. Let me know in the comments what source you buy your patterns from. Maybe there is something I don't know about, or what source you will buy now after watching this video. And if you found that useful, then make sure to hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more content like that. I will put all the links in the description box for you. And that's it for today, so see you in the next one. Bye!